Hello, folks. Welcome back to NFL Week 11 Picks and Predictions, where I'm going to give my picks and predictions for every single game this week. Let's get into it. Last week, I went a respectable 9-5, which puts me at an unrespectable 82-68 on the season. I've had several weeks where I really picked poorly, so I would not listen to me if I were you, except listen to me and check out the whole video. It'll be a fun ride. Don't worry about it. It's a fun ride. Come on. We're going to get into Thursday night football where the Bengals will be playing the Ravens. That's right. And you know this homer is going to pick the Bengals. But this is an AFC North showdown. Always good games. Always bloodbaths. And we have to have the Ravens number. Ravens beat us earlier in the season when we were still struggling. So this is an extra important game because we need to make sure that we take 1-1 on the season. If the Ravens beat us here, they're going to get a commanding lead in the division. We're last place currently, though, only 2 games behind the Ravens and only 1 game behind the Steelers and the Browns. So we need to get this win. We especially need to get it over the Ravens. I am going to pick the Bengals. Moving on, we're going to have the Steelers versus the Browns after that at 1 o'clock. Another AFC North showdown, and they are currently tied for second in the division. They're hoping that the Ravens lose. One of them has to win, I guess, unless they tie. So this entire division might shake up this week. One of them could be leading the division this week. I'm going to be having the Browns winning because I think the Steelers are a fraudulent team, and I think the Browns are the real deal. That defense is going to keep the Steelers from being able to score. And though the Steelers do have a pretty good defense themselves, I think the Browns is a step or 17 above them. So Browns will win that one. Then we're going to have the Raiders versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins coming off of a bye week and the Raiders pretty much looking like crap. Though, since they got rid of Josh McDaniels, they are on a 2-win streak. Though anybody that watched the Raiders-Jets game knows that maybe that's still not that impressive. So I'm going to have the Dolphins winning. Don't forget to pour yourself a fresh subscription to TSST. Bears versus the Lions. Now, you can never count out those nice divisional games, which this is, but the Bears are also crap, and the Lions are looking pretty good still. I got them number 2 in my power rankings. So watch out for your kneecaps, Bears, because the Lions are going to win this one. We've got the Titans versus the Jags. Yes, the Jags looked like shit last week, but the Titans have pretty much looked like shit all year with a couple bright spots, I guess, kind of. So we're going to have to pick the Jaguars because I'm not going to take 1 week and completely hold it against a team when they're playing a team that's been bad all year. So Jaguars will win. Chargers versus the Packers. Though I've never been high in the Chargers, and the Chargers have a special way of losing to teams. Just so good at it. The Packers just don't look good. They're lackluster. They got to get into rebuild. So I'm going to give this one to the Chargers, though I'm not going to be super shocked if the Chargers lose this one. Not so much the Packers win it, more that the Chargers will lose it. But I'm still going to pick the Chargers to win. Cardinals versus the Texans. After what CJ Stroud has done the past couple weeks, how they just meticulously hung in there and suffocated our poor Bengals last week. Yeah, the Cardinals they don't stand a chance. They're a bad team, and I know friggin' what's his short video game face is back in it. I've never thought he was very good anyways, and CJ Stroud is that guy. I'm picking the Texans to win. If the Cardinals win, I'll be shocked. Shocked! So yeah, Texans. The Cowboys versus the Panthers. Something in me tells me the Panthers might squeak out this win just because, and the Cowboys like to lose to those kind of teams, much like they did to the Cardinals earlier, but I do have to pick the Cowboys on a strict probability standpoint. I've already messed up enough upsets this year in my picks, and I'm not putting my ponies on the Panthers, so yeah, the boys will win it. Giants versus the Commanders, 2 bad teams, one worse than the other, but I will do the upset on this one and pick the Giants, and honestly, this game is going to be crap either way, so who cares? Nobody wins in this game, realistically, so the Giants will technically win on paper, but make sure you're tackling that like button. Buccaneers versus the Niners. The Bucs, I think they're a better team than their The word is record. I think they're a better team than their record reflects, but I don't think they're as good of a team as the 49ers. The 49ers did have that slump for a while, showing that they are, in fact, fallible. But I don't see the Bucks pulling it through, though I think this game might be closer than a lot of people anticipate, but I'm going to have the Niners winning it. Jets and Bills. Okay, the Bills have been doing terrible, but they got rid of Ken Dorsey. Congratulations, Bills. But you're also only going to have a week with your interim to fix everything about your predictability. And you already lost the Jets this year, week 1, without Aaron Rodgers. It's tough. I am going to pick the Bills, but I'll tell you what, if you lose to the Jets this week, I am over you. I am over you. I'm going to move. I'm going to move if the Bills lose. Bills, if you lose this one, I'm going to change my phone number because I don't want 716 to start my phone number. Not if you lose. I don't want to be associated with you even that little bit. I don't care if I'm not a Bills fan. I live close enough to you, and that is bad enough after what you were doing this year. So, you know what? You better win. You better win. You're the only New York team. You better beat New Jersey at least once. And Ken Dorsey's gone. God, just do better. I'm picking the Bills to win. The Seahawks versus the Rams. You know what? The Rams have been so unimpressive this year, I kind of forgot they were even playing. I kind of thought they were just taking the year off, to be perfectly honest. I haven't even noticed them. So I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win. Well, the Seahawks are a little unimpressive themselves this year, but at least they're noticeable. So, yeah, Rams will lose it. Hawks will win it. Then we're going to have the Vikings versus the Broncos. Yes, Broncos, you are all high on the fact that you beat the mighty Buffalo Bills, except who hasn't beaten them at this point? I mean, come on. Even the Giants almost beat the Bills. Out of precedence, they should have had a handicap, and the Bills should count that one as a loss. So, Broncos, your 3-win streak is going to be over with the Josh Dobbs-led Vikings. Hopefully, the Vikings are on a 5-win streak, so somebody's win streak is ending. But I'm going to pick the Vikings for winning. Eagles versus the Chiefs. Ooh, this is a Monday night game that's going to be real good. Real good. Oh, man. Debatably, the 2 best teams in the league, though I do have the Chiefs down at, I think I put them at number 5 for now. No, I had them at number 3. Yeah, 2 top 3 teams in the NFL playing on Monday Night Football. Oh boy, it's going to be a good one. I am going to pick the Eagles to keep their streak going, but 0% of me is going to be shocked with the Chiefs winning or the Eagles winning, honestly. This is going to be a hay burner. We're going to really see a lot out of this game. Somebody's going to get exposed. Eagles winning it. On bye this week, we're going to have the Falcons, the Colts, the Pats, and the Saints. None of those teams are really worth talking about. Congratulations, you get a bye. Everybody gets one at some point. You get one later, and all 4 of you teams you're not impressive. So I don't care. They're on bye. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the Week 11 picks and predictions. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button so that you can keep up with the rest of the season as we go on. And until next time, have yourself a good day.